Happy Tuesday, guys. You will have to overcome obstacles and setbacks and adversity for you to become the person you want to become, for you to become the artist that you wish to be. It is an absolutely inevitable part of the journey. It is so inevitable, in fact, that I'd be willing to bet that you have heard this same thing being said by maybe friends, family, some motivational speaker you've read in a book, right? Right. Because we know the human experience, adversity, setbacks, obstacles are a part of it. What I have for you today are 3 steps that will help you overcome any adversity, any obstacle that you come across. This doesn't guarantee, of course, that these things won't happen, but at least will give you a framework so that when the inevitable adversity and obstacle come, you are not blown off the map because you don't have any sort of preparation or any sort of idea in terms of how to deal with it, right? That's what we want to help avoid. Sometimes, without the proper preparation, the smallest obstacle can derail somebody who's going to be really awesome at something or awesome at life and can stop them from reaching their full potential. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. I want you guys all to be the stars I know you can be within. So point number 1, we're starting, of course, from when the adversity hits. Point number 1 is just to sit back and take stock of yourself for a moment. Right? Are you injured? Are you healthy still? How much money do you have in your bank account? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food in your refrigerator? Do you have a refrigerator, right? Sometimes when adversity or obstacles hit, we are so shocked as human beings that our mind makes us think that it's a lot worse than it is. So by taking stock sometimes, my hope is that you'll be able to find that, you know what, it's not so bad. If this is my bottom right now, I can work from here. You don't have to love it. You don't have to want to be in this sort of bottom-ish type position for long term. But if you can accept where you are now and know that you can work off of it and get back on top, you'll be in a much better place mentally to overcome this obstacle. So that's number 1. Take stock of where you are after the obstacle hits and kind of the dust settles. Number 2, as simple as it sounds, you guys know I'm campy if you've been watching these videos, decide that this obstacle will not defeat you. You have to know that this setback will not stop you from being the person, being the artist that you want to become. That time you lost in that jiu-jitsu tournament a month ago or a year ago, that will not stop you from reaching black belt. That time that you got knocked out in a smoker, which shouldn't happen, but that's another story, that will not stop you from being awesome at Muay Thai. That 500th time somebody said no in an audition, that will not stop you from being an accomplished working actor or actress. It won't. But before that can happen, you have to decide that it won't. So many times people take a couple of disappointments and they either lose their fire or they stop altogether. I don't want you to be those people, guys. So step 2 is decide that this obstacle, this adversity will not defeat you. Now, step 3 is the most important. After you have taken stock of yourself, after you've decided this will not defeat you, make the next logical right move that you can based on the situation you're in. Don't worry about the move you're going to make a year from now or 2 years from now or when you're rich or famous and all that kind of stuff. Put that aside. From where you're at right now, what is the next logical good move that you can make? And make that move. Depending on how significant the adversity or the hole is that you're in, you may not be able to get out in just one move or 1 week or 1 month or even 1 year. But you start with one good right move and you're immediately better off. And you follow that up with a second good right logical move, you're better off. Eventually, if you've looked back and you've stacked 10, 20 moves, 50 days, 6 months, whatever, when you stacked all those good right moves on top of each other, you're going to be so far off the bottom that you were when that adversity hit, it's going to be a distant memory. Don't get discouraged. You may not be able to solve your obstacle in 1 step. Don't get discouraged. Simply make the first right move because that gets you back in the game. And then another good move will get your mind working on your behalf, because after those 2 right moves and you start to feel that pressure starts to alleviate, your mind will start working for you even better to help get you out of this position. If you are, for my jiu-jitsu folks out there, if you are mount down in position, you're about to be submitted, you've taken stock of yourself, right? You're not submitted yet, you're not injured, right? You've decided you're not gonna give up in this situation here. So what's the next right move? Maybe it's hip escape, maybe it's get an underhook. But if you can keep making right moves, your mind will start to open up with more possibilities for you to get out of that bad spot. Next thing you know, you're on top submitting that person. So recap, guys, as I love to do, the 3-step framework to help get you through any obstacle. Number 1, Take stock of yourself. Where you at right now? Everything in. Be totally honest where you sit, because this is where you're starting from when the dust settles. Number 2, decide this obstacle will not defeat you. It will not derail you. It will not stop you. It is merely a setback. It will not prevent you from being the artist and person that you can become. And then number 3, start off with the next right logical move based on your situation, and then keep stacking that logical move on top of each other. If you keep doing that, guys, you will be through that obstacle and on to glory sooner than later. Good luck out there today, guys.